Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here, and welcome to a modern house tutorial. This is the modern house I will be building and showing you guys how to build today. So this is the outside. Let's go ahead and give it a quick run around, and then we'll head on to the inside. A very beautiful design with some wood accents and quartz as the main building block. It's either quartz and or wool, not exactly sure. Block of quartz, that's fine. And black wool in the middle. So this is the interior. It looks very beautiful, and yeah, let's get started. Oh, here's the bathroom too, in case you gotta take a dump. Anyways, I will get to the tutorial. So to get started, let's go ahead and grab all the materials. Now you're going to need black wool, birch planks, and glass for the main building. Not to mention quartz. So let's go ahead and grab the quartz. So it's a very cool modular, it's not necessarily modular design, but it's pretty unique. So let's start out by building these things, I don't even know what you'd call them, as high up as you'd like. The height does not necessarily matter in this build, nor do the dimensions whatsoever. So you can kind of just free build this part, and I'm just going to do this and then go ahead and build out. And usually this length right here is going to be longer than that one, so keep that in mind. And make sure that the quartz blocks have a 2 distance in between them, so you can go ahead and place the wool behind them to give it sort of that dynamic build effect. So again, let's go ahead and just do this. And I'm going to just kind of mirror this, and I will come right back, so you guys don't want to see that. So as you can see here, I mirrored the design, and keep in mind that the entrance will be right here, and keep in mind that also, I keep saying keep in mind, that this portion should be a little bit shorter. Notice how these are longer. These are 5 and these are 7 length. So that's the basic body. Now let's go ahead and just add all the wool, and we can kind of decide which way will be the front, which way won't be the front. Pretty simple. So go ahead and just place black wool behind this. Any color of wool works, and I also forgot to mention, you guys want to be on the Flows 128 by 128 texture pack for this build to look good. If you don't have that texture pack available on the Xbox, I will show it in the default texture pack in the end. It doesn't look as good as it does in this texture pack, but it still is very, very nice if you're used to the default texture pack. You PE users out there, I'm pretty sure Flows texture pack has actually been ported, so if you're good with that kind of stuff, you can go ahead and throw on this texture pack again. It's the Flows HD texture pack. Link will be in the description below. So let me go ahead and just place wool behind all of these, and I will be right back. So now that all the black wool is placed behind there, see how it gives it kind of a depth effect. The next step is to go ahead and place the birch wood. Just kind of place it in layers, 1 block of air in between, so we can go ahead and place that glass. And something I really like about this build is it's really possible in survival. Once you're a little bit further on, if you have a wool farm, you can replace the quartz with white wool. Another quartz is fairly easy to find, at least from my experience, especially with a looting pickaxe. No, fortune pickaxe, my bad. And so go ahead and just do this on all 4 corners. And now that that is done, you can go ahead and just place glass up here, like so, and just kind of fill these up so you have sort of skylights. And there are a couple of cool designs you can do up here. I will show you those in a minute, so let's go and do that. And so what I'd like to do is also laterally lay some wood in between these layers of glass, just kind of like this. Pretty much just following the same pattern, but up and down, and then just placing a couple over here. So yeah, I like doing this because it makes it feel more like it follows the pattern. So let's go ahead and make an entrance here. Let's grab some quartz stairs and of course some doors. And so a neat way to add some depth to your doorways is to go ahead and place some upside down stairs like this, and place doors like this, so it gives a false perception of depth. A certain person taught me this. If you'd like to know who taught me that, check the description right now. He's an awesome guy. So let's just go ahead, and I think we should use gravel for our path, but we will leave this for a later time. Let me just kind of get this started. I should probably place quartz here. Actually, we'll do black wool. And let me just kind of get the path started. I don't want to do any of that yet. Not too much, at least. I don't want to get carried away with myself. So now we're pretty much done with the outside of the building, except for some, minor stuff, such as, well, I guess you wouldn't consider it minor. Like flora, fauna, all that good stuff. So let's get to work on the interior. So I like to kind of free build the interior. The interior is very customizable. Now let's start out with just adding some stone brick here, and we'll get to lighting in a minute. So I think this will look good here. Some stone brick sort of in the middle here. Let's go ahead and just place all of this. There we go. And I think these should dip down one. I think that would look very interesting. So let's go ahead and just do something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and come right back. So what you should go ahead and do now is bring down the material that the block is above, kind of like this. And I'm going to go ahead and do this all around the build. Whoops, and come right back. And I will also do it on this side so you guys don't have to watch me do it again. Alright, so both sides are finished here. And let's get to work on the bathroom. So usually for the floor I like to go ahead and just grab some emerald blocks because they look very nice in the texture pack, and some stone slabs, of course. So sort of lay out the area you want your whole bathroom to be in. I like to usually do something like this. And this house will not look exactly the same as the one I showed. What is the proper way to say that? The one that I have shown you earlier. I'll put it that way. So a good way to do kind of a bathroom type of thing is to add a bathroom. I actually mean the actual toilet is with a cauldron, a lever, and a water bucket. Like this. And a nice way to kind of have your actual shower head is something like this. Again, all of this will look better in due time. And finding the block it's under, which would be this one. And voila, a shower. You're probably wondering, like, well, why would you want it to be open? Well, that's, you know, if you have someone that's standing outside of your house staring at you while you're taking a shower, there's probably something wrong and you should leave anyways. And if you live with someone and you can't trust them like that, I don't know. But there is a wall, so you can't like watch people shower while you're, you know, eating your chicken or whatever you eat. I don't mind. Anyways, let's just place that wall there so you can't really see them, and you can build it up one if you'd like. So it's pretty simple. It's not anything too complicated. I'm sure you guys can accomplish it. And you can kind of do, I don't know, get creative, guys. Something like this. And maybe the entrance is right here, so you can't like hold on. Let me think of something. This is what I was trying to do. So you can't like look. I mean, you can, but it's really hard. And then you kind of grab a trapdoor. You don't kind of grab it, you actually grab it. Trapdoor and place it like so you can kind of walk in, walk out. You have a shower here, and you can also, if you want to, place a couple of shelves, get some pots. Your little pot, look how tiny it is, a little pot. And you can grab a flower and a rose. Not sure why the names are different. I could never really understand that because they're both types of flowers. But well, looks like there's going to be 2 yellow because the red one decided to flop out of my inventory. So yeah, now you have the completed bathroom. You can do a little bit of touch-ups if you'd like. For instance, you can make it flow a little bit better like this. Anything you'd like to do. Again, this build is very customizable. So let's get on to the living area. So what I like to do is have some TVs, and TVs are kind of hard to make. I usually use a painting, but again, you can kind of change this up. And I like to get a, oh, not sure what happened there. I like to get a nice size painting, so let's just keep going. And let's see here. There we go. A nice size painting like that, so you get kind of, you know, an HD flat screen effect, something like that. And stone brick, chiseled stone brick, and oakwood logs are kind of a good living area floor, like in a pattern like so. So let me go ahead and just like fill this up and this and come right back. So now that you've kind of made that pattern, a modern couch is very nice. And again, most couches look like so. I know this kind of looks sort of blocky, but you honestly, you can't get much better. So let's just go ahead and kind of do this. And I know the couch is kind of touching the ground, but I mean, you can't do much more, to be honest. And it doesn't look too bad. Again, it's a couch, but if you don't like that, which I personally don't, so you can go ahead and change it. And I'm just kind of throwing out ideas here. Let me go ahead and add this diagonal pattern back. I like to just do some spruce wood stairs along with some, you can either do signs or you can play around with item frames. Both of them look nice, and again, kind of centering them in the TV. So you can put them right here, do something like that. I personally like the item frame. And back here you can kind of have maybe even like a little bar thing or something, you know? Get creative. A bar like this having a little table back here, and you could put some pots for drinks back here. And you could maybe have a little, I don't know, a little fridge back here maybe. Iron door. Again, a fridge. And you could put a button. But, yep, I mean, I'm just kind of giving you guys ideas here. I'm not trying to sort of, yeah, put a button on the side. Whatever you guys want to do, you don't have to do that. It looks good, but it doesn't really belong there, so let's go ahead and remove that. Let's add just a flower. Let's add a rose, since maybe you won't flop out this time. A rose and a mushroom. A rose and a mushroom. And the middle one can be, well, rose and a mushroom, and then a pot. There we go. And you can have a TV viewing area, and you could even take some half slabs, place it on the sides to give it more depth, whatnot. Do something like that. Very awesome. And so lighting, I actually use glowstone with glass. And how I like to do this is just kind of break down. No, I don't break down. That you guys get the point. And then you put the glass on top, so it's kind of like it's a neat way to light, in my opinion. I really like lighting like this. Just kind of it's always been a personal favorite of mine. And if you don't have glowstone yet, you can go just use some torches under it. But that is a bit harder to pull off due to the fact that the blocks don't always blend. Right. But that's a good way to light your areas. So over here, I decided I'm going to do something very special for you guys, so let me get that started. So I'm going to make a dining room area that's very beautiful, one of my specialties. So let's start out with the kitchen here. We need to grab some stairs that are made of stone brick. Stone brick stairs right here. We're going to need some ferni. I always say that just to make people mad. I know it's furnaces. And a pressure plate. It would seem like it would be called a stone, but eh. So placing the furnaces over here, and your stone brick on top, and a stair on the side. And what I like to do is kind of build sort of what's the word? I don't think hibachi is the word. Yeah, grab a piece of stone brick here and place it behind here. Sort of an open fire sort of cooking area. You know, if you want to grill your food per se or something, because not everybody likes it cooked. You know, you guys are curious. Oh, what is that? What is that? I want a flint and steel. Looks like a lighter. There we go, perfect. So you could cook it. You could even go as far as putting one right here, and so you can kind of cook it on top of there, and adding a thing on the top. And so what you're wondering right now is, how does it look from the outside? It doesn't look bad, even with the glass behind it. It fits in a way that it doesn't make it look weird. Same with over here. It's not too obstructive, such as the shower. You know, you can look into it. It's not what I meant by too obstructive. I mean, it's not, you know. Oh, but hold on. Well, it would appear as though that open fire grill is going to have to be a negatory for now, but I've just kind of decided to move it over a little bit. It shall not put out our fire. Oh god, that was a horrible pun. Okay, anyways, let's just kind of make this our fireplace. Sorry about the little fire, guys. I didn't think it would get that out of control. It's alright. We got this. So, from the outside here, we can go just place some stone stairs like that, so it doesn't look... It doesn't necessarily look indifferent. You can change it, too, if you'd like to on the other side. Which, I'm so OCD, I'm going to have to do. Or else it's going to make my brain explode. Actually, no. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to let the OCD take me over. That's actually where some bushes will go on the other side. So, again, modern doesn't mean symmetry at all. I don't think... Not that I don't think. I know that modern is not symmetrical always. Again, it's not some weird flop-de-doo of weirdness, but it's not even. Put it that way. And so now you can kind of, you know, grill in there if you like to, you know, put marshmallows on the fire, whatever you guys like doing inside of your grills. So the kitchen area is almost complete. Again, you gotta have some sort of divider here, a table, and you don't necessarily need some sort of obstructive divider, but something that's defined but not necessarily too defined needs to be in place. So let's go ahead and do that. And over here can kind of be the living area too, so we need jukeboxes. We need jukeboxes and we need note blocks. So the jukeboxes, let's go ahead and place here. And the note blocks can kind of appear as, well, they look the same from the side. So we can just put them there. And it looks good. And you can also add a jukebox over here if you'd like. Just if you'd like music in there, and a jukebox in here too. So I like to kind of do a cool wool pattern with orange and lime wool on the floor for the kitchen. And we're going to have to extend this one over because I don't want it burning that. So the pattern is fairly simple, just kind of that very basic pattern that the roof uses. Not necessarily very basic. Sorry, voice problems. Take a redstone torch, and let's go ahead and make the table here. I'm not sure. Alright. So this was orange wool here. And let's go ahead and add our chairs. So stairs. Stairs are a great way to have chairs. So let's use, again, spruce and item frames. Item frames, item frames. Here we go, item frames. And you can kind of just do chairs like this. So you can get it on either side, and you can eat right there. And the interior of this one is not as pretty as the other one. It's not how I liked it to turn out, but again, guys, work with the interior. I'm not the best interior designer, but I feel like I did a good enough job. I'm kind of, oh no, the wool burnt again. Guys, I would just recommend removing the furnace and all. It's not worth the trouble of even having it there. It's just too, it's too much trouble, to be honest with you guys. So let me go ahead and place all this back, and okay, give me a second here. Sorry guys about the trouble here. Just it worked on my other one. I'm not sure exactly how, but I just wouldn't even recommend it. So again, kind of going with an open design. The shower doesn't need to be open. The kitchen, it needs to have some sort of defined area, but it doesn't need to be too defined. Again, open designs are nice, but you guys can play around with it. It's fun to play around with. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Again, yeah. I'm repeating myself. So on the outside here, I like to take some oak logs, like this, with some oak leaves, and just placing them on the sides here. I'm not making them even because even is not modern. Modern is not even. Even is not modern. Goes the same way. Although I am placing them in the same places. Ooh, I heard Windows boot up. That's odd. I'm not exactly sure why Windows booted up. Microsoft probs. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this cool little design for a bush I saw from the World of Corrales server. Like this, with a pot and a cactus. This is very interesting. I spelled cactus wrong. Pot, cactus, cactus, leaf. You gotta hold on shift while you do that. So it's kind of difficult, but you'll get it. Let me just like stand here and place it. That should be easier. Or not. Or just explode. Don't explode again. Come on. No, not again. I haven't done this before, but well, actually, I remember when I built it, it did explode. Okay. We'll just have to do it like that. Fairly simple. You can use shears, build up other blocks, and place them there. So that's pretty much the basic design. It's fun to play around with. Again, bone meal can make it look natural. Having some grass, you know. Usually houses are built where grass is located, unless you live in a desert, which then you could maybe add some sandstone instead of the quartz and do a desert sort of house. You know, this build is very versatile again. I know I keep repeating myself, but I can't iterate that enough. I can't. And we could add some saplings here. So yeah, if you guys just wanted to see the basic design, it's pretty much over. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure and leave a like. It really helps me out. I love it when I see you guys, you like my content. It just makes me feel warm inside. I don't care how that sounds. It does. And posting a comment telling me your thoughts on the build, how you liked it, how it could have been improved, how you think you will improve it, and how it went when you build it on your world. And go ahead and just tell me. I like reading those. I read pretty much every one of them. And if I feel the need it needs to reply, I will reply. If I feel the need it needs to be removed, I'll remove it, of course. And yeah, if you guys wanted to just see the basic tutorial, it's pretty much over, and the tutorial right now is pretty much over. I've been talking the whole time. You can add a pool around it, water, whatever you really want. So yeah, if you guys again like the tutorial, go ahead and subscribe. I do tutorials like this a lot. I try to put out awesome content, and I'm pretty sure I deliver. Most of my subscribers would agree with me, but yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, favorite the video, subscribe. I repeated myself 10 times. I do that a lot. Anyways, see you guys. Love you. Well, okay, that's awkward. Alright, anyways, see you guys.